People chatter in the background. Lights. Lights light the night sky, and music plays from every shop. I feel a slight tug on my arm. Cheeks flustered. My Mira stands beside me. Her mitten-clad, ha- her mitten-clad hands are soft and puffy, but I can still distinguish of each and every finger. I try and speak, but she shakes her head, and we walk. I'm awake, huh? That was self-explanatory. Yesterday evening is still fresh in my mind. It's only natural that I'd dream about her. I'm not. Oh, whatever. Still, I don't know what to make of what happened yesterday. Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't pry into Mira's past. She's been nice to me so far, and it sounds like there's a thing or two that she wants to hide from me. For good reason, perhaps. Either way, I'm certain that she wasn't lying yesterday. Almost certain. No, I'm certain. None of that was a bluff. You can tell when someone laughs or smiles, whether they're faking it or not. Either that or she's a brilliant actress. Good morning, Ani. Good morning, Ani-chan. You're up early again. Seems like it's becoming a habit, good or bad. I'd say it's a good one. I've been busy. I guess that's all. But you haven't been studying, have you? Of course not. My voice trails off, and I'm surprised when she doesn't question me further. You look like you're thinking about something. I look up. My breakfast is half finished, and my last 10 minutes of memory is gone. I told you, it's nothing to worry about. I know you said that, but come on, Ren, it's me. Do you really think I'd have anything to worry about? When you put it that way, but still, you're thinking too hard. Thinking about what? Whatever it is you're thinking about. Just stop. That's. I couldn't be that transparent. I mean, things are fine, right? Some problems are always be some problems will always be out of your hands, you have you have to know when to take a break and stop worrying. She's doing it she's doing it clumsily, but thanks. I know what she means. More importantly, I don't think I should be taking life advice from you. That's probably true. Don't forget, sometimes it's good to confi- con- confide in others. It helps clear your head. Wise words from someone like you. I'll keep that in mind. Oh, that's right, Ani-chan. How was your date? It wasn't a date. Oh, really? Then what did you do? We just walked around for a bit. You walked around for 6 hours? That just about summarizes it. Well, we weren't just walking. We were walking and talking? She doesn't believe me, does she? But you've already kept this girl a secret from me for this long, and now you're trying to hide the juicy details of your first date? Don't you trust me? A teary-eyed look stopped working on me half a decade ago. Well, even if I did want to d- divulge the details, there isn't much I could tell you. So you mean that you were alone with her from lunch until dinner, and absolutely nothing of interest happened? Exactly. Well, suppose the whole episode about that Hingy guy could count as interesting, but I should keep quiet about it. I suppose I'll let you off for now, but know this: I'll find the truth someday, and someday soon. And how exactly do you intend on doing that? Oh ho ho ho! Don't worry yourself about that, dear brother. I have my ways. I'd better go back to sleep. With the mander mandatory non-technical morning conversation out of the way, I slide into my shoes as the clock marches onward. All I have to do is open the door and, well, this is a new one. Greetings, Mark. Fancy seeing you here. Fancy seeing me in my own house? Never mind that. The important thing is that we have spent appealingly little time together lately. Do you agree? Little, sure. Abruptly, debatable. A sharp tongue as ever, I see. Alright, let's go. It might take a moment for this to sink in, but we're not entirely late today. I might go as I might go as I might go so far as to say that we're early. With a soft whir, the power button on Lucas's laptop lights up. By the way, Lillian probably won't be coming today. Really? Why? I'm sure she has tests just like us. She said she was sick. She'll probably come tomorrow, so it's no big deal. Hmm, I never hmm. I've never known her to be the sick type. Everyone gets sick, Mark. I know, but I'm not sure what I was going for there. Anyway, I doubt any of the teachers will mind if she misses a day. Well, everyone gets sick. I know. I get the feeling she doesn't believe me. It's a shame, though. I still haven't properly talked to Lillian since the day at her house. And considering everything that happened. Oh, Lucas, did you watch the game last night? Yeah, it was incredible. Shame we couldn't win, but the champion was great. The competition was great. Yeah, the Diago Sama. When I see his confident gaze and stylish beard, even uh. Oh, look, the computer booted up. That should make this less awkward. Oh, yay, can I play? Fine, fine, just say the reply under your own name. Lucas averts his eyes in shame. Sometimes you forget he isn't good at every game ever. Hey, Mark? Hmm? Don't you want to watch him accomplish something that you can't? That too, but it doesn't even occur to you that I might want to chat. It was a slight possibility. This conversation is hopeless, isn't it? One of Lucas's classmates gravitates to the computer as Rin starts playing. Actually, I kind of want to tell you something. Seriously, that's an odd thing for you to say. I know, you're not the only one who feels awkward here. Whoa, you're supposed to dodge all that? She's just the mid boss, don't worry, it gets harder. Isn't that exactly why I should worry? Well, it's about someone you know, so I have to tell you at some point. I really should have mentioned it to you soon, but easier said than done. Wait, what are you talking about? The thing I was supposed to tell you that I keep avoiding. Oh, right. Sounds like you're avoiding it too. You memorized that, didn't you? I had to. Instinct isn't always enough to get you through. Dang, you already lost a few lives. I'm not perfect. Hey, I'm still impressed. So, what's this about? What's this thing about? Staring contest? Of course not. I'd never lose with these glasses. Huh. I knew you were kidding. If you wanted to make the small talk, you could have just asked. Actually, that's not what I wanted to say. So then what did you want to say? Remember the bookmark? Oh man, that is one awesome battle theme. You get sick of it when you hear it in every album, trust me. But is she really the strongest boss in the game? The parasol and frilly dress make me wonder. Well, it's one of those games. Oh, of course. I'm surprised Lucas hasn't beaten this yet. I think he prefers the fan art. Her heart skips a beat. Bookmark? You mean the bookmark in Lillian's drawer, the one in Lucas's bag, the conversation they were having at lunch, the snowman, her words, her smile, her voice lost in the icy wind. Her words, her words. What were her words? The sound effects are the secret to this one. When you hear the warning, move from the inner circle to the outer circle, because it means that the red and blue lasers are about to switch. You've still got to move pretty quickly, man. This is intense. That's why you're supposed to start in advance. You're already following the movements of the red lasers, so if you start slowly following them out, you should be able to release your focus and sprint to the edge of the screen in time. I should take notes. Are you saying I didn't say anything? I know, but the singing of the synths from the computer serves as background music. Did she tell you? Lillian? He nods. This one looks easy. What's the catch? Give it a few seconds and you see. Damn! That's hardly a real trick to this one unless you can memorize the location of the safety corridor. You've just gotta go at it with everything you've got. What happened? I don't know. What do you mean? I forced the words out of my mouth. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I didn't think it can happen, really. So you think. I don't know what I think, but I can guarantee that something will happen. Something. From the moment I met Mira, the moment I spoke to Lillian on that sun-drenched evening behind the mall, since then the clock has been ticking. I just couldn't see the hands. I might be wrong, Mark, but I think it's time. I think. Enough. Shoot. Only one life left. Keep it up. You can't give up after coming this far. I know, but even so, you can always use a continue, right? You can't. And even if you could, why would you continue after continues after the elementary schoolers? I don't want to know. I'll see how it goes. What's the worst that could happen? You're right. With something this uncertain, that's the best course of action. But I won't get hurt. It's okay. I know what I'm doing. Let me find out for myself. If that's what you want, then I can't stop you. Thanks, though. I smile and respond awkwardly and kind. I smile while pretending not to see the warning signs passing me by. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. 15 more seconds and I would have won. Or don't feel too bad. You did great for an impulse run. Thanks. You're not a bad guy. You know that? Haha, I don't know. Hey, are you for. Ah, sorry, gotta go. I look at my hands, twitching sporadically. The sweet coated, glistening blouse of flesh rests under the harsh, fluorescent light. Tainted, twisted beyond recognition, the sides of my hands are stained black. Mark, you look like you're about to die. I feel like I'm about to die. Anyway, I guess I should wash my hands and get all of this gra- graphite off. Good idea. We'll be at the usual spot. Oh, I have something to do after school today, so don't wait for me. After school? But isn't there an unwritten rule between you and your friends to go home as soon as possible and not waste time socializing? You make it sound like a bad thing. But I mean, I'm busy. I can be busy at an unnamed location, right? Wrong. Hey, that reminds me. How was your gaming session with that guy this morning? Oh, he looked like he was having fun. I bet he was surprised to meet a girl that could hold her own in a game like that. Actually, he looked like he wanted to say something at the end of it, but the bell cut him off. Well, we didn't really talk. I mean, besides what? I don't have to be a shrink to guess that you're hiding something from me. What gives you that idea? I would never do that. You're trying to change the topic. You're my sister. It's not like your tricks are new to me. But I'll let you off for now, if you promise to divulge the details when you get home. Hey, what do you mean? It's alright, have fun. Wait, Rin's going on a date? Ah, what? Uh, that's not English. That's not it. That's the best resort you can come up with? I was just kidding, but I guess it's true. I never thought the day would come. Oh wait, does that make you a traitor? If you actually start going out with this guy, it might be problematic. Oh, but I guess it's okay if you convert him. It's never a bad time to add another one to the family, right? Can you please shut up now? Huh? Genuflect. Huh? I said genuflect. It's starting to get really hot in here. I think I'll just. It's winter, Mark. Oh, right. She returned her glare to Lucas without a second thought. So, will you do it? Will you genuflect? Or won't you, uh. I dare not open my mouth in a situation like this, so I'll do my best to convey my message telepathically. Come on, Lucas, just give up your pride and genuflect. Our lives could be at risk here. Wordlessly hiding his shame behind his glasses, he concedes defeat and bows his head. Congrats, you passed the test. Test? Well, it was more just for fun than anything else. Ren giggles. Sorry to do that to you. Let's eat lunch, shall we? Freedom, delivered by the afternoon bell. Most of our end of term work is now complete. Just a little bit more and we'll be free for the holidays. Holidays. Every time that word comes up, I think Lillian. I think of Lillian. If the last day of school is in 2 days, I need to student things up fast. Mark. Wah! Lucas, when did you get there? That's not important. Alright then, what is it? Are you bored or something? I suppose one could say that. Well, I'd hate to say it, but I think I'm pretty bored myself. Except that one would be wrong in saying that. I was intentional, wasn't it? Okay, just hurry up and get to the point. Do you need a partner to go somewhere? In a sense, yes. There's a place that I want to go. A place? Lucas at Edvert's gaze with a sad look in his eyes, unconsciously fidgeting his fingers. The classroom falls silent. The sun peeks through the clouds for an instant, glancing off his glasses and hiding his expression. A feeling of subdued longing emanates from him. Wait, what's with this narration? Sorry, I just couldn't resist. You should have seen the look. I stopped him with a glare, or at least I tried to, but it only lasts a few seconds for my laughter gets the better of me. Well played. Suddenly, and this time unintentionally, the room falls silent. Seriously though, never again. There actually was something where I wanted to go. So you weren't making all that up? I was planning on asking you normally, but I couldn't resist messing with your head. That's a nice thought, isn't it? I'm glad you agree. In any case, the place? At a cafe. I could have sworn I heard him add of sorts to the end of that. A cafe? Yeah, a cafe. Yeah, a cafe with me. Uh, so I should be yelling. So I should be yelling right now, but we had a maid cafe in this country. Yes, apparently so. It's been open for a few years, but save it, I'll pass. So you want to accept? So you want to accompany me on my? I contemplated for a moment, but the icy breeze reminds me that I should probably be indoors. Yeah, you have to handle this one on your own. Suit yourself. Rest assured, I shall return with tales of beauty and splendor from the world of e-socks and lace. Look forward to it. Lucas charges off into the non-existent sun. I guess that means I have to go home by myself. I'm halfway to warmth and comfort when I catch a glimpse of a certain little sister. Bryn? Ah, hey Mark. So I'm guessing it didn't go well? Couldn't make it. He had to meet up with a friend from out of town. Guess she isn't afraid to admit it now. Well, that's not so bad. At least she didn't get rejected. I told you it wasn't a date. We were just going to go to the arcade. Really? So then, what was the fuss about? Well, boys are scary. I know I should be trying to help her, but come on, that's just too cute. There are some guys who would fall for you instantly if they heard you say a little thing like that. But those aren't the scary ones. Of course, of course. Well, what can I say? You're growing up. You should be proud. Growing up is less fun than expected. Tell me about it. Say, I've got an idea. Please don't set me up with one of your friends. I don't think that would be a very good idea. Hey, are you implying something? Way to go, self. Anyway, I was trying to say that we should go somewhere. Huh? Where? I don't know. Anywhere. Let's go to the mall. I'll treat you to a sundae or something. I'm not so dim, dis, dim, as to be satisfied with something as simple as a dessert. Liar. You're drooling from thinking about it. Well, it's not my fault sundaes are sweet and creamy and delicious. So, what are we gonna do for our date, Honey Chan? Can you please not call this a date? People will get the wrong idea. But you promised me a Sunday. Isn't that a complete non? Anyway, why don't you decide what to do? I'll do whatever you ask me for today. Hmm. I like the sound of that, but aren't you just pushing the decision on me because you have no idea what to do on a normal date? Ouch. That's kind of mean, even for you. Don't worry, I'll think of something fun. Leave it to me. This is tiring. But you really have such a little stamina. Every 12-year-old can handle this. It's easier said than done. I've never done it before, so all you have to do is put your body into it. Don't let them get away. But they're too fast. You gotta be kidding me. What can I say? Whack-a-mole's harder than it looks. I know, and the UFO catcher was even harder. She, she played about 10 times and got one item before realizing that it was more or less a waste of time. I wonder what Lucas would say if he saw you lose to a game like this. Actually, he'd probably sympathize. You can't play air hockey properly. I guess you're better at things that don't involve standing up. I'm better at things that run on a steady frame rate. Real life doesn't run on a steady frame rate. Anyway, you're not going to let yourself get defeated by a whack-a-mole, are you? Come on, try it again. I'm saying this knowing full well that I'm paying, but she's bound to get physical tired after a few rounds, right? All right, I'm going for it. She spots the mole as soon as it appears and swings at it, and misses. I can see them, but the stupid thing is too heavy. You know what it meant for. You know what it's meant for kids, right? Yeah, crazy weightlifting kids who eat raw eggs and run around during recess, as opposed to gr- grinding your Pokemon so that you can beat the last boss with a Rattata. It was a top percentage of Rattata and miss. See, by the time we recover from the recoil of one swing, the next mole is already about to disappear. I know that. I can see them too. It just takes so long to move this thing across the board. That's because you're putting too much force into it. It's not hammer 'em all, it's just whack 'em. But then you have to lift it up right away and move all the way to the other corner. She got one and missed the following two. The moles give up on her and disappear. Not fair. 17 out of 50. I guess that's a bit better. One more time. This is going to be a long day. I tend to be wrong about a lot of things, but if there's one thing I know, it's that Rin has very little stamina for physical activity. I was putting my wallet the line back there, but she got tired after 4 games. Games she never scored higher than 25. You sound tired. I haven't worked this hard since Fayed in elementary school. Don't you have Fayed in the first year of high school too? Technically, yes. But, well, I don't know. I don't know, and I'm not sure if I want to know. This is supposed to be a treat for you, but I get the feeling I'm not doing a very good job. It's okay. All that matters is that I'm with you, right? Still, I have to find a way to outdo that guy who stood you up. It's my duty as a brother. He didn't. I mean, wait. We already went through this. Ouch. Anyway, we can't sit around here forever. I'll carry your coat if you want. If you want to. You're already carrying my coat. Well, this time I'll do it willingly. But really? It's fine. Don't forget about it. Why don't we go look at some clothes or something? Clothes are a waste of money, and it's not like I'll find what I want here anyway. Wait, you mean you were actually planning on sneaking out and purchasing an article of clothing in your own time and with your own money? Ouch! It's not for school or a guy or anything like that. It's for cosplay. You know me so well. A pair of arms wrap themselves around me. You can let go now. Well, you are stuttering. Did I make you stutter? I haven't made you stutter in years. Since when was this a game? Did it again. Alright, now I'm never letting go. Fine, fine. You get bored when I stop at reacting. No. Seriously though. Thanks, Mark. I grabbed the still grinning Rin by the armpits and lift her off of me. Come on, the evening isn't over yet. Right. Ah, so sweet. In a good way, I assume. I didn't think it was possible for something to be sweet in a bad way. I should, I certainly agree. It's hard to deny delicious delicacies of ice cream and fruit. Not that I could bring myself to order something like that. So how about it? Are you feeling better now? She starts to reply and abruptly stops. Spoonful of sugary cream. Creamy sugar? Hangs in the air. Yeah, I'm feeling better. I wasn't expecting a serious reply. Are you disappointed that I actually listen to you from time to time? Maybe. After all, it means that I can't pretend to talk seriously on a whim when I'm bored and want to see you see an amusing reaction. That's not. That's what you're doing now. Of course not. I catch myself smiling before quickly reverting to my in character. I'm only here because I have to be gauge. Thanks. Rin's eyes drift slow, Rin's eyes drift down the strawberry sitting atop of the tower of edible heaven. Don't mention it. Although, if there's anything you want to tell me, feel free to say it. She scoops up a little of the melted ice cream surrounding the center and accidentally slurps it. It was nothing big, I told you, right? A guy in my class saw me playing a fighting game during self study and asked if I wanted to challenge him in the arcade. The spoon hangs limply in her fingers, grazing the vanilla mountain, and I agreed, of course. I mean, I wasn't sure how I was supposed to go somewhere alone with a guy, but I kinda had to agree. And then, her shoes scrape the ground as she kicks her feet back and forth. It's alright. Mark, am I in. Don't worry about it. Forget the schematics. You want to meet him again, right? Then go do it. There's no rule saying that every emotion needs a proper name. You took me seriously? Called me by my name. I kinda had to. Shoot. That was an accident. I know. That's why I believed you, Rena. She pokes the strawberry with the spoon. as if pondering which angle to bite from. No need to get serious. I wish you could see the look in your face right now. It's like you're already planning out for your wedding ceremony. It it's not that. I just and please don't say something cheesy like I just want to see him again tomorrow and talk about inconspicuous things. Er ah how nostalgic. I hadn't made a face like that in 3 years. You're making me feel like an old man. You think? Actually, Mark, I've seen that face on you pretty recently. Eh? How recently? Oh, not long. About a week or maybe two. Ears, watery eyes on the cold hilltop pop into my mind along with Lillian's silhouette against the sunset. I guess I've been busy too. I don't doubt it. She grins as she swallows a half-melted mouthful of ice cream, whipped cream, and probably a couple more types of cream. By the way, the guy you were talking about, he isn't just some guy who talked to you, is he? Um, I'm more patient than you. Well, he's kind of someone I noticed a while ago, and I was going to talk to him, but he's always surrounded by friends, and he seems like a nice guy, but I don't really know him, and it's alright, I understand. I wish you luck. I try to muster up the most convincing Big Brother smile. Hopefully I succeeded. Thanks, Mark. Right on cue, she chomps down the strawberry and concludes her battle against mankind's greatest Sunday. I really should have ordered one of these. It's getting kinda late, but there's still so much we can do. And this is coming from the person who said there was nothing to do in here an hour ago. That's because I wasn't in the mood to do anything fun, like teasing. Of course, that would be your favorite pastime. If this were a game, go, we'd have to go shopping for clothes, and then you'd get to watch me try on swimsuits and rate them on a scale from 1 to 10. You sound like you wouldn't mind doing that. I guess I could if you want me to. There's no need. We both know You'd be the school swimsuit character. Hey! A fist soars above my head and I instinctively crouch down. Fine then. I suppose you could pull off a one piece in a strong, but that's it. If you were in the situation, you keep reloading the save file until you got every image, wouldn't you? Now that you mention it, well, too bad. Rin pouts and turns around, but I know she's smiling. So how about it? Want to head back? Yeah, I guess we should. I had fun today. Glad to hear it. You're the best. Rin hugs me like a child hugging a teddy bear. I know she's joking, but I pat her head and play along. Don't forget your mission now. You can't back down after coming this far. I know, I know. Say, Mark, promise me something, will you? Smirking as she came up with the idea of a lifetime, she walks up ahead and gazes through the foggy window, expression reflected by constant the contrast in light. When this is all over and exams are finished, let's go sing karaoke. Me, you, Lucas, Lillian, maybe even my friend. Maybe even Mira, eyes closed, singing along to a Christmas love song. New Year's Eve? Let's do it. You promise? I promise. In that quiet corner of a crowded mall next to an old, discolored window overlooking a slushy parking lot, I saw the furniture. The future. Furniture. I don't know. What am I supposed to do? It all happened so fast. What came over me? Climbing into his window was an impulse decision to begin with. And it all snowballed from there. I kept telling myself to stop, but I couldn't. I want to see how he reacts. I want to embarrass him. I want to see if You can tell when I'm kidding and when I'm not. What's wrong with me? And everything that happened on the hill. No, I don't even want to think about it. This is wrong. It was always wrong. I just couldn't see it. This is what I got. This is what I get for playing with something that should never be played with. I stand up and rub my eyes. It's a cloudy day out. I was just walking a lonely walk back home, thinking about the night as practically as I am. He must be right. There's no way he didn't feel anything. I mean, oh God, I can't start thinking like this. What have I done? This was never supposed to be a storybook romance, and I can never, and it can never be one either. Slowly, deliberately, I pull out a sheet of paper and start writing. Wait, what did you say? Closed. And by closed, you mean closed. Lucas repeats the same word over and over through my phone. I guess there's not much to say other than it was closed. May Cafe is closed? You mean closed for today or just closed? Sounds like he's sobbing, but it's hilarious in my head. Welcome home, Master. I'm back. This is your lucky day. Tonight is our weekly Nico Mimi night. I love you. And on top of that, it's also our monthly school swimsuit plus over knee socks event. The perfect two-course meal. I love you even more. In fact, for going through all the trouble tracking us down despite not being listened on any online map to avoid potential legal issues, we'll even offer our extra special Doki Doki ex- excellent excitement hour for your eyes only. I'm going on an extra special Doki Doki excitement hour. This is the greatest day of my life. That's right, and we even have food. That is what I would like to say, but we're closed. What? But we're not completely gone. You can still smell the fragrance of omelet rice just by a maid's loving hands. If we come right after garbage day, Lucas, you still there? I'm trying to figure out what you were secreting about a minute ago, but yes, I'm still here. I guess you noticed. Look on the bright side. When you get old enough, you can open up your own maid cafe and fill the city with hope. I know your words are shallow, but thank you. You took it seriously? So, so was that it? The store was just closed? Pretty much. The windows are boarded up, the posters gone, and there was something there. I'm sure of it. How can you be so sure? You had the address? That too, but I could smell them. You could smell them. The maids, I mean. There used to be maids in that building, I'm sure of it. Your maid senses are tingling. You think I'm exaggerating? God knows you're not. Our laughter fades away and an awkward silence replaces it. Mark? Hmm? Actually, there was another reason why I called you. Why was it? It's not particularly important. Not particularly important? What does that mean? It means that, to some extent, it's important. Yet, in many ways, it's something that is, in fact, unimportant. You're just trying to piss me off. I was actually trying to distract you. You've been friends since the beginning of high school. You can tell when I can tell when you're hiding something. I hesitate to play the old friend card, but that's how as good as I am as any. In that case, would you like to hear the truth? Only if you're willing to tell me. I see. So the cards are in my hands. He pauses for a moment. So does the sound of his footsteps. Is this serious enough for him to stop walking? In that case, I'll explain. I reconstruct every conversation I had with Lucas over the past few days, searching for clues that I might not want to find. I can't tell you everything. I can only explain in bits and pieces, fragments for you to piece together on your own. Hopefully, by the time you finish, it won't be too late. Fair enough. Takes a deep breath. Do you remember the time in ninth grade when you and Lillian and I worked together on that science project? Yeah, it was a painful couple months. We barely scrapped up a 70 at the end of it all. Yes, I was supposed to. It was supposed to be painful, but it wasn't entirely bad, was it? And that time we went on the trip for north, and that time we went on a trip up north for geography to study the natural wonders of the countryside. You remember, right? That too, for the most of the time, for filling out a question, but it wasn't all bad. I think I might know where you're going with this. Do you? You also might be wrong. Regardless, to sum it up, I suppose you could say that I've been feeling my bedroom is still, but a wistful wind leaks through the closed window. I've noticed it's an odd change for someone like you. Is it? It is, isn't it? I've been conscious of it myself. I shouldn't be feeling this way. It's not my job, not my thing. But I suppose everyone, even every human, at some point has to think about what they're searching for. Talk about melodramatic. I'm not kidding. Yeah, I know you're not. Do you remember when we first met, Mark? Let's see. It was right at the beginning of freshman year. We held a mock debate for our first English class, and lazy and unmotivated me was pitted against melodramatic and over enthusiastic you. I actually hated his guts during the debate, but things change. Funny how things happen. And you remember when we first met Lillian? We were just talking about it. Yeah, that's right, the science project. We were told to form a group of three, and it was a few months into the year, so a lot of classmates had already made friends. Lucas and I knew we would be working together, but the remainder of the class had settled into their own groups, all except for that one quiet girl in the corner. Yep, that's it. And surely you still remember when you introduced me to Rin? I think I'd rather not remember. That wasn't an introduction. That was eavesdropping and skipping class. Can you blame me? She seemed like she would make a good disciple. I had to find out for sure. The whole escapade basically amounted in following her around for the first day of class and waiting to hear the references. Anyway, it's those memories that I'm talking about. They're small, but they're precious. I don't want to lose them. Tick tock goes the clock in my head. What makes you think you'll lose them? Just promise me. What? Promise me that we won't lose those memories, no matter what happens, no matter how cheesy this sounds. Okay? All right, I promise. By the way, Rin gave me an idea today. You don't say. Karaoke. Like the 70s super robot intros? I don't know, just karaoke. New Year's Eve, all four of us, plus a special guest or two. You in? Sounds like a plan. With that ambiguous confirmation, I bury my face in the pillow. Lying on the bed as I gazed blankly at the invisible ceiling, I look through my conversation with Lucas. I think through my conversation with Lucas and the time I spent with Rin. Something is about to happen. Something, and I don't, I don't think I can avoid it, and I don't think I should avoid it. My path was set in stone from the minute I left this whole adventure start. And all the while that faded sun-soaked reel of memories plays over and over in my head, with a worn-out sigh, I turn to my side and close my eyes.